What's up guys, and welcome to the weekend recap. And did any of you see that fall JNO absolutely bottle job it against Bournemouth? First Premiership game at the London Stadium. He promised big things and they were 2-0 down early on. The thing is, since then they have been undefeated, so I was kind of hoping for like 3 or 4 losses. They sack him, go, you know what, inexperienced manager, let's get rid of him. But he's done well, got the Hammers into the Euro Cup. And I sat back and watched on TV West Ham beat Stoke 3-1 at the London Stadium to have him pick up his first Premiership victory in the London Stadium. I'm a bit worried now he might do well, and I might be stuck with watching him manage my Premier League side. In a parallel universe, West Ham United decided that Slaven Bilic wasn't the right man to lead West Ham to glory at the London Stadium. Instead, they chose this man. Hi there, my name is JNO. What's up guys, and welcome to the West Ham World, episode number 2. I hope you liked the first episode, and if you did and you're looking forward to the second episode, make sure to hit that like button. Hopefully we can hit over 30 likes for this video, and let's have a look at how we've done since that disappointing defeat to Bournemouth. So we came off that defeat and immediately grabbed a 6-0 victory against Lincoln, who I believe a team from Gibraltar, is that right? Yeah, Gibraltar First Division. So, you know, not the toughest competition in the world, but starting with the likes of Michael Antonio on the left, Reed and Lanzini, Payet scoring 2 and Zaza, we dominated this game and got a 6-0 victory at the London Stadium, sending the fans home happy. None of that weird losing to weak teams that West Ham seem to like to do when they try and qualify for the Euro Cup. We then had an away game, which I've just realised I forgot to mention in my little weekend recap skit at the beginning there. We went to West Brom and we went 1-0 down to a Berahino goal. Then Lanzini, who's been doing well for us, came in and scored in the 33rd minute. We then went ahead in the 84th minute with a Jonathan Callery goal, and I thought, you know what, we're going to win this game. And then Rondon scored 2 minutes later. The thing is, in all these games, we're getting more shots on target. We are having a lot of long shots though, so I'm probably putting work the ball into the box now into the tactic. Hopefully that will mean we get more conversion, or a higher conversion rate than we have currently been getting. We then had the second leg against Lincoln in Gibraltar. We only won that 1-0, but again, 20 shots but only 5 on target. And that will explain to you some of the transfers I've made, which you will see in a second. But then we had the game against Stoke before the transfer window slammed shut. And as you can see, we had Zaza and Antonio scoring 2 in the dying minutes after Arnautovic scored in the 88th minute, and I thought, great, another draw. But then Antonio turned up, scored 2, and we came away with another victory. But look, 32 shots, 16 on target, and only in the 89th minute did we start scoring. So if we have a quick look at the transfers, you can see not many people left that you don't already know about, but we did bring in some more signings. We've got, is it Guidetti? I hope that's how you say it. Leave in the comments down below how you say this name. I think it's Guidetti, or that's how I'm going to say it for this episode anyway. A complete forward, got good overall stats. What I was interested in was the passing, the first touch, and then stats like composure, not the highest, but determination is up there, concentration is alright, and hopefully we can improve him as a striker. And he only cost me 10.5 million, and the other person I was looking at was Belotti, and Belotti cost at least around 16-17. We brought in Dominic Iorfa, and I probably overpaid for him. I tried to get him earlier on in the transfer window and I couldn't get him below 10 million, so I think near the end of the transfer window, when I got him under 10 million, I kind of snapped at it, and that might have been a mistake. We may have paid a little bit too much for him, but we needed a defender because Winston Reed has agreed a transfer. It doesn't show up here, but he has agreed a transfer, so he will be going to China, some team in China, because he's taken the money and run. Really shows how much he values competitive football. But we needed to bring in a defender, and we brought in Iorfa, English, 21 years old, fairly professional, quite a beast. I'm pretty sure he's very, very tall, and those stats look pretty damn good, and we can definitely improve him, especially with that personality. And of course, Dave Azzopardi will be kind of happy that a Wolverhampton player is featuring in my series. And then we brought in 2 players on the cheap, but both of them are either charismatic leaders in Angelo Palombo and Kim Karlstrom, who you may know from older versions of Football Manager, is professional. Decent stats on both of these players. They are old, but they bring something to the club, and they can tutor some players and hopefully improve some of my youth. So guys, enough about that. Let's go into the game. Literally today I've just come back from Chessington, near Chessington World of Adventures. There's a garden centre that does this really nice, like, Father Christmas grotto kind of thing. And my daughter decides she wants to go around it backwards and wants to stay in certain rooms and didn't really care about Father Christmas, which was great of her. Go all that way, and she really wasn't that fussed about seeing Father Christmas at all. One downside, as you can see right here, is we have to give a number to Nathan Trott, because I made a mistake, and I will admit to making a mistake. I've not given Adrian registration in the Premier League because I was planning on selling him. He didn't go, and now I'm stuck with Adrian, can't use him, and Jefferson has gone and got injured. So we're playing with Randolph, and then we've got Nathan Trott as our sub-goalkeeper. So hopefully Randolph can stay injury-free until Jefferson is back. But we're a bit short on goalkeepers. I wish I'd just registered Adrian now as well, but I haven't. So that is too late to moan about that. Okay, so we are playing today a 4-1-4-1 formation, hopefully trying to take advantage of this 4-3-3 that Southampton seem to be playing. The space is here on the wings or in the middle right here. So we've got Guidetti leading the line with Payet and Antonio on the wings. Payet is a wide playmaker, so hopefully the ball will go to him a lot. We've got Palumbo as a CM on defend, Lanzini on CMA attack, Ozan Tufan as a roaming playmaker in support, sitting in that area here, so we should get a lot of the ball and be able to run forward. Then we've got a flat back four, Arbeloa and Iorfa as the 2 fullbacks, both on support, so hopefully they won't get too far forward. Riedewald and Ogbonna as the 2 central defenders, and Randolph in goal. I'm not sure I want him on sweeper keeper, so we may change that. We will see. If he makes a random mistake, we'll probably change that. We want them to carry on where they left off because we've been on some form recently, and do the usual in the team talk, try and get as many greens as possible, and we're getting nothing. We're getting absolutely nothing. There we go. A few more greens there. Let's get into the game and hopefully pick up a result. And hopefully this isn't going too fast, so we can have a little bit of a chat while we watch West Ham hopefully beat Southampton. And we've gone 20 minutes and absolutely nothing has happened already. This could be one of the quickest episodes ever. We've moved up to 11th without doing anything. We've had no shots on goal. Oh, there we go, we've had 1. We've had 2 now, but whatever we're doing, we're keeping Southampton at bay as well. Nothing, not a single highlight in the first half. We'll definitely be doing 2 games this episode. Oh great, Lanzini, why switch off? What is the need to switch off? Okay, let's see if we can figure out why absolutely nothing has happened. Cross completion ratio from Payet, 0%. Guidetti has had no chances. Wow, I think the issue is both of us are sitting back. Do I go to a 4-3-3 and just kind of try and fight fire with fire? Should we try and exploit the flanks instead? Alright, we'll see if that works, but this really is highlightless, isn't it? Payet has had no effect on the game. Wow, I've got a lot lighter. There we go. And there's nothing to talk about, so I might as well have a chat with you guys because this game is boring as anything. Bring on Zaza because Guidetti is having a shocking debut, absolutely shocking debut. Right, so Zaza and Obiang can come on, but this game, I mean, maybe we can take away that we're quite defensively solid in this formation, but that's about it. Do I need to go more attacking? And watch, this is going to be the goal. And there's not much I can do now, really, is there? Apart from go for the game. Maybe we should have gone to 4-3-3, which is a more attacking formation. But this has worked wonders against 4-3-3s before. And clearly, I should have watched that highlight. But I'm so determined to figure out how to turn this game around that just skip past the highlight that you guys may or may not have wanted to watch. You watch, we're going to concede again. Nope, it's alright. Hits the crossbar and my defender gets it away. But we're not exactly shining a very bright light on ourselves, although I'm doing that right now with my light right here. But I expected so much more from my side in a game. I could go to extended, but I'm not even sure there'd been more highlights than extended. But now Zaza is getting forward. He's gone past one. Why shoot from there? Hold the ball up. I'm pretty sure I've got that as an instruction on you as well. Hold the ball up. Wait for some help from the midfield. But no. And now Southampton have the ball. Could be going on an attack here. Two defenders just let the player play it right through the middle of them. Davis now has it to Tadic. To Long. Long has a shot. Wow. Really shocking performance. The second shocking performance of the season. The second time I've decided to record. And it's like the heavens were shining a light down on me there saying, give up managing West Ham, come up and see us. Really, really bad performance from my team in this game. And it looks like it could almost be free the way this is bouncing around the box. But Antonio now has it. Zaza now has the ball, can run forward. Look for some help. Plays it out wide to Arbeloa. Arbeloa. I'm going to struggle saying that name, I can tell you that right now. And now Southampton are countering. I've really been out tacticianed by the Southampton manager here. And this is not starting in any way, shape or form how I imagined this series to start. Especially after my success in the PSV Patrol, in the return to glory with Manchester United, even in with Evolving England and the mid-table clash. Every single one of those I've done pretty damn well. We have some work to do in this series, that is for sure. Lanzini just doesn't seem to care. And for the first time in the game, I can't even say, look, we had more shots, we had more on target, blah, blah, blah. We got dominated by Southampton. We're lucky it was only 2-0. Anyway, guys, the next game is our first game in the Euro Cup against FC Copenhagen. Copenhagen, I think that's how you say it. It is at home, so back at the London Stadium instead of away at Southampton. Hopefully, we can have a much better second game. Because if not, I think we might have to call it quits on this series already. Okay guys, so it's time for the second game. We are against FC Copenhagen at the London Stadium. We're going back to the 4-3-3 formation. Hopefully this time we can get a decent performance out of the boys. Lanzini is going to have a go at inside forward with Payet moved to the right. Guidetti is up front. Noble, Obiang and Tufan make up the midfield. Musaka, Byram, Riederwald and Ogbonna as the defenders with Randolph at goal. And we're coming up against a 3-5-2 or a 5-3-2 depending on how they're going to play it. A lot of space just behind their strikers for my midfield to play in. So we should see a lot of the possession. But as you know, so far in this game, I've had lots of possession, lots of shots on goal. But at the end of the day, we're not getting the results. We're going to move the defensive line back a bit. I feel like we keep getting caught behind a lot. So I don't think my defenders are reading the game that well. And we're going to make sure my defenders closing down much less. They're both closing down much less. So that's what I want. So hopefully we can get a result in this game. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Nice to have a game on this series where I actually get a good result. Otherwise I'm going to lose all of my Football Manager credentials. Not that I have that many, but I'd still like to keep what little credentials I have in my back pocket. And as we wait for something to happen, something I actually want to talk to you guys about. which happened today. As you all know, I have a daughter, and when we're taking her out and about and getting on buses, we of course have to take her in a pushchair because she can't quite. Well, there we go, straight away Lanzini with a goal at the back post. Lanzini has been on fire for me. He just doesn't seem to like me that much, which is slightly worrying, that he's going to play really well and then just leave. But Obiang here finds the ball out wide to Byram. Byram runs down the line, crosses it to the back post. Lanzini volleys it, and the keeper has no chance. 1-0 up. We're doing well in Europe. We're getting wins in Europe. We're just not doing well in the Premier League. But anyway, we get on the bus with our pushchair. Another couple get on the bus with their pram, their kids younger than us. Then further down the line, we get on a stop, and there's a person at the stop that's in one of those electric buggies or scooters, I think it's the proper name for them. And the bus driver looks back and says, "Can any of you fold up your chairs?" Now, as soon as we can fold up our chair, and my daughter's old enough to like sit or stand on the bus, and a second goal. I'm trying to tell a story here, Football Manager. Counter-attacking football there. Obiang gets into the box and tucks it away nicely. Lanzini is involved again, finds Payet. Payet gets tackled, but Obiang just barges his way through, gets a deflected shot, and we're 2-0 up. Anyway, we can't fold up the buggy because my daughter's not old enough to sit on our lap or anything like that. Usually what happens in that situation is someone with a pushchair or a buggy gets asked to get off, so the person with the buggy or wheelchair can get on. What I want to know is, do you guys think that's fair? Because I've heard lots of different arguments about it. Arguments that we decided to have a child, whereas these people haven't decided to be wheelchair bound. But it's not like our kids can sit on the chairs and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to know, like, do you think people with pushchairs and kids should get off for people in wheelchairs? I'd be interested to know. I'm not saying there's any right or wrong answer. I'm just of the school whereas if it was me in a wheelchair, and I have a friend in a wheelchair as well, and they feel the same way as I do, first come, first served. There's no special treatment for someone in a wheelchair. I wouldn't want to have special treatment for someone in a wheelchair. I kind of would want my independence, but I know people are different, so... Anyway, I'm rambling now. We're 2-0 up at half time, beating FC Copenhagen, but let's be fair, they're not going to be as good a competition as the teams in the Premier League. I tell him to keep focused and don't get complacent, and that immediately seems to annoy Sam Byram and Dimitri Payet. Not sure this team respect JNO. Not sure I would respect JNO, so I can kind of see where they're coming from. Alright, we've managed to turn around the team talk with Payet by saying we have faith, and I'm happy with his performance so far, so we've managed to turn it around. We've done well in the team talk. Let's kick off straight into the second half and hopefully get some more goals. I'm hoping this series isn't like Leicester in real life, where we do well in Europe and then kind of do poorly in the Premier League, because I want to do well in all competitions ideally. And as you'll soon come to know, now that I'm hoping to do Football Manager a lot more regularly on my channel, I like to make substitutions at the 60-minute mark. Guidetti again, kind of letting the team down. I brought you in for 10 million and you're not turning any heads, son, are you? We'll take off a Bonner because he's more likely to get the second yellow. And I think next game we're going to have to start Zaza, because I can't keep playing Guidetti and keep getting half-assed performances from him. But at least this game has been much better. I prefer a lot more chances though to be created by us. And I don't know if it's something I've done to the save. If like you save over a save, does that mean your team suddenly are different? Because this is the same stuff I was playing before, and I'm sure my team are not performing the way they were performing initially, but I don't think I've changed anything, so that could just be the way the match engine in the game works. But I feel like what works one time should work most of the time, if that makes sense. Zaza almost getting on the end of a Payet cross there, Masaka, who I'm still pretty sure I'm saying the name wrong of, gets the ball to Lanzini, who keeps it, gets inside to Zaza, Zaza to Payet, and it is 3-0. We're scoring goals now, and those shots have jumped up, so I missed that. We've now got 15 shots, 10 on target. Only 5 of them have been long shots, and I think we've still got to work the ball into the box on, but I may have got to turn that off. Great little layoff by Zaza there, great finish by Payet, and we're finally getting a performance from our star man. Let's have a quick look at the tactics. Instructions, yeah, we're working the ball into the box, which is good. Cancel any changes. Zaza has it on the right, keeps it on the right, battles for it. Ozan now on the ball to Payet, who's dropped back. Payet dribbles forward, Obiang now has it, can play it out wide to Byram, making sensible short passes. Ozan now to Noble, Noble can pass it forward to Zaza, to Lanzini, back, recycle the play, that's all good. Byram now has it on the right, whipping across, and it's Zaza and Payet again. I'm pretty sure that's the combination there. Zaza lays it off for Payet to score the 4th goal for West Ham. Beautiful link up between Zaza. I said beautiful link up. Looks like it hit Zaza in the arse. But that's still better than anything that Cadetti's done for me. So when you can have it rebound off your arse, and I'm still thinking you're my best striker at the club at the moment, you know the competition isn't doing that well. Okay, so now Ozan has it. Ozan passes it to Noble. Noble to Lanzini. Gets tackled, but we win back possession. Out wide to Byram now, who's done well on the right today. Byram finds Noble to Obiang. Obiang to Noble. Back out wide to Byram. Byram is a outlet out there that is always available. And you know what? At least we've won convincingly. We've kept them to 2 shots on target. Half of their shots have been long shots. We just need to get this form into the Premier League, because if we don't, our job could be in jeopardy. And I'm really not that used to starting off this badly. Alright, so we end the game 4-0. Man of the match looks like it will be going to Payet, who definitely had a better second half. No key passes by the man, but he scored 2 goals, which we definitely cannot complain about, which puts us top of our Euro Cup group. Looks like BMG won 3-1 against Hearts. So everything is looking rosy in Europe, but not so much in the Premier League. So I have a feeling we will be coming back to some Premier League games. Hopefully by then I can have turned it around and show you a West Ham side that are firing on all cylinders. I reckon we... do we come back from Man City and Arsenal? If I can come back and win any of those games, then I've clearly turned it around. I just don't want to come back for another Premier League and Euro Cup game. We could come back for Arsenal Hearts, but it was going to be one of those 3 games there. Man City Arsenal or Arsenal Hearts will be what we come back to. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, on the screen below you can check out all of my social media links. Also click the Patreon link if you want to support me. You can support me from $1 a month making videos on YouTube. I've been JNO, you guys have been awesome as always, and remember, West Ham can play good football, surely, hopefully.